Creating a loving and supportive environment where children with autism can maximize their potential is the work of the Chrysalis Center. Chrysalis opened its doors in 2009 to meet the growing need to effectively serve children on the autism spectrum. And what is that growing need? Today, 1 out of every 59 children born in the United States is diagnosed with autism. For boys, it's 1 in 37. In the past 30 years, the prevalence rate of autism has skyrocketed. More than 97,000 California public school students have been diagnosed as children with autism, a number that has risen 7-fold since 2001. But what we call autism is no one thing. Autism spectrum disorder includes a wide range of conditions, characterized by challenges with social isolation, sensory sensitivities, repetitive behaviors, as well as difficulties with impulse control and communication.
One. Okay, good job.
For a child on the spectrum, the world can be a confusing place. That's why the focused, research-based interventions offered through Chrysalis can be a haven of hope for children with autism. All Chrysalis Center classrooms serving children from preschool through high school in Santa Cruz County offer age-appropriate curriculum set up around an award-winning teaching strategy, which mines the best techniques from multiple educational models and applies them to the individual needs of each child.
Touch one. Yay. Oh, now you got it. Touch one. Right. Now you get a sticker.
The result is a positive and nurturing learning environment focused on student success.
I think that Chrysalis offers a warm environment, and we have a really structured schedule in the classroom. We transition every 15 minutes from teacher to instructional aide or therapist, and each teacher that works with the child works on specific goals to make sure that their individual needs are met. So the thing that's different when people first walk into our classroom that they see are the individual cubbies, and the cubbies are set up so that children have an individual space and there's not as much distraction, so that they can work on skills that they need and not be distracted.
That's a fox. Yeah, that's a cat.
All children with autism have deficits in communication. In fact, 50% of preschool students with autism are functionally nonverbal. Alternative augmentative communication devices with voice output are also used in all Chrysalis classrooms in order to give students a voice, a chance to communicate an idea that he or she is not able to speak.
Please.
Nice. High five.
Mason, is this the one you want?
Book.
Book. Good job.
7, 8, 9, 10.
High five. Good boy. Good boy, mister. Okay.
The communication devices are huge in my classroom. I believe I have 5 out of my 8 using communication devices. So it allows and supports the child to become more verbal as they get older.
9.
Yay! Good boy, mister. Are you asking me if you have to look up? Look up, yes or no. Do I have to look up?
Occupational and speech therapists work one-on-one with students at every grade level, helping teachers and instructional aides set goals and implement strategies as they work with kids throughout the day.
There you go.
You're going to see a lot of visual supports all throughout the classroom, both individualized ones for certain students, like a visual schedule that's individualized and has their whole day. You're also going to see visual supports to let them know how they're supposed to behave, how loud they're supposed to be. Many of the students don't communicate verbally, so they use those devices or even icon exchange to get their needs met.
I love working with children with autism because every student is so different, and it's nice because we have such a large staff to student ratio, and we're able to work with students independently and come up with different activities that will address their specific needs. And we're able to do really fun, hands-on projects that would be difficult if we had 30 kids in a class.
Chrysalis offers opportunities for mainstreaming, both in the classroom as well as on the playground at every grade level, helping each student develop socially, emotionally, behaviorally, and physically in the least restrictive educational environment possible, and offering services and programs that meet their individual needs and capabilities as they grow and develop.
There's two overarching goals I think of for all of our students. Number one is that we are an intensive autism program, and we want to provide that intensive evidence-based practices so that hopefully the students can go to a less intensive program at their home district. And I think the other overarching philosophy for me is that we want to teach the students to be as independent as possible as adults. And I think those two things actually work together, that we're working with the students and we're teaching them skills that are going to be building blocks towards them being independent, and we want to continue to make that our focus as they get older. We feel that if the students are still in our program at the high school level, we can really continue to work on those skills that they need to become as independent as possible. There's a classroom set up like a little apartment so that the students can be working on functional life skills and daily living skills right there. There's a kitchen and a laundry room, a room set up like a bedroom, and we feel that if the students are still in our program at the high school level, at that site we can really continue to work on those skills that they need to become as independent as possible.
Our kids need to learn these independent living skills, and for our son Skylar, it would help him in everyday life to be able to go to a job maybe one day and be able to succeed in something where he can feel like he fits in, and he has that sense of success. He started when he was 4 years old, has gone through the whole program. He is now going into the 8th grade, and I can't think of a better place for him to be. I have total faith in them that they are doing the best they can with Skylar to make him the best he can be. The Chrysalis staff has been wonderful.
To have a child with special needs, you know, we love him and we see him for who he is and all his goofiness and silliness and how great he is, and to have other people outside of our family, to have his educators also see how wonderful he is and constantly be pouring into who he is as a little character is just amazing. As a parent, he has a team of people around him that sees him as an individual student and continues just to pour into him and to build a relationship with him outside of us, and that's great.
Dreams today and melt your cares away and open up your heart and sing. Live your life for every day. The old one's gone, so you can slip away and reach up to the sky and open up your eyes and let your troubles fade away. Dreams away and melt your cares away and open up your heart and sing. Great job. You did the whole thing all the way through, Nico. I love it when you participate, and you are a wonderful singer. You are my sunshine, my